family, morning. Early morning. Lord, lead me in this conversation. Reach. Morning, family. If you're watching this later, share with 7 or just one person you can think of, then please send it to them. As right now, we're going to talk about where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And if you are watching this later, patient with. If you are watching this later, be patient. I'm gonna wait a couple of ticks to see if anyone going to tune in before I get started. The name of this live is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years ago, did you see yourself here? So before we get started, just a quick encouragement. You've come this far. You've come this far. You have to stop looking back. There's nothing behind you. You have to keep looking forward. Don't stop wherever you are. Just keep going. Hold on to your faith. Keep walking. If you Moonlight, good morning. Oh yeah, I thank you for that share last night or this morning. My days are turned around on me. But yeah, you come this far, just keep going. Keep going. And this conversation may help you. The Lord wanted me to title this conversation, where do you see yourself in 5 years? All right, so where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years ago, did you see yourself here? But you ended up here, although you didn't see yourself here 5 years ago. So no, 5 years from now, can you say that you've seen yourself where you're going to end up? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? The idea is to see yourself further in life than where you currently are. See yourself further than where you are now. So, how do you see yourself? Meaning, if you don't see yourself deserving more, then it's going to be a little challenging seeing yourself further than where you are. Thank you, I appreciate that. Um, so if you was to go on a journey right now into your future life, what would that look like? What would that look like? If you could say, you know what, I want my future to look like this, what would that look like? What would that look like? Because I'm going to be honest, I did not see myself here 5 years ago. I didn't. So because I did not see myself here 5 years ago, I have to ask myself, where did I see myself 5 years ago? Like, did I have an idea? Did I plan for my next 5 years? Even a year from now, where do you see yourself a year from now? How do you feel like this life is a purgatory? Can you elaborate a bit? I feel like where we are in this lifetime right now, like I always say, we are created with a purpose. It's an idea of, what am I supposed to be doing while I'm here? If we can have an idea of what we're supposed to be doing while we're here, I think it's much easier to look into the future and see where we would be, or where we hope to be 5 years from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. Because we're able to attach something tangible to the future. If we're just going to work and then that's it, like, I would ask you, do you see yourself at that job 5 years from now? And honestly, like, some of you will probably be like, I don't even know. And I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with that, because I don't judge you for it. Like, but it's one of them type of deals where it's like we have to start. Like, when you get in your car, do you just drive? Do you have a destination? Even if you say, when I get in my car, I just ride. Even when we just ride, we have an idea of what freeways we're going to get on. We have some type of sense of direction of where we're going. So if we don't have a sense of direction of where we're going in life, we'll wind up anywhere. And that anywhere may not serve us well in any way. Ooh, that's a good one. And good morning to you. What do you like to do if money and time wasn't an issue? I don't know if you asking me that personally, but that is a good question to spark a thought to self. Like, what is that? Like, because you think about, like, a lot of us go to work doing what we probably don't like doing. We don't even like the job, probably don't even like half the people there. But we have to go because we have to pay bills. And that's the motivation for getting up going to work. Although the motivation, we don't have a motivation. We have to go to work. So if we didn't have to worry about time and money, what would we do? What would we like to do? I think that's a good question. Life coach, I honestly just try to do what I'm led to do, but I believe life coach is probably something that God can do for sure. And and on a cool, like, I know what it's like. I know what it's like just waking up every day, just going through the motions. Hating your situation, like, like, it could be financial situation, but it's like, like, I don't have a plan to change it. I have to go to work though because I have to pay bills, but I can't really do much else after that. I know what that feels like. Wanting to go on vacation with the family but can't afford to, although yet they deserve it and talked about it all year long, but then when the time comes, just can't afford it. Like, I know what that feels like. So, and that has everything to do with, like, ask the question, how are we preparing our future today? Is our everyday decision, is that attached to placing us somewhere in the future or shaping our future to be better than what it is now? So because I know what that feels like and I understand the problem, then it's like when I'm having these conversations with you all, it's like digging to the root of it. Like, not everyone on here can tell me that they are living the life that they truly want to live. I just can't believe that. I'm not saying it's not possible, but everyone on here can't tell me that they hoped for more in their life or they wish it was better. I just believe a number of individuals on here wish that their lives were better. Now, the question is, do they believe that it's possible? That's a different conversation. Where it may not be their entire life, maybe it's just certain areas of their life they wish was better. Okay, so then it's like, what are we going to do to improve that? How can we change that? It's simple decisions, but we have to know what decision to make sure in the future then it improves. but the thing is, we don't forward think like that. A great number of people don't forward think into the future of whatever it is they hope for, wish for, plan for. Like, I'm not even gonna say plan for, because we don't plan. We just write down goals and super motivated that we will achieve them, whether we have a plan or not. It's good that we believe it, but I mean, we have to put action behind it that aligns with the end goal. And sometimes it's hard because it requires sitting down thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, it requires sitting down thinking, and a lot of us like, man, I ain't got time for that. But we can waste our time doing other things. We can waste that valuable time that we can be planning, doing something else that looks like a whole lot of nothing. That's going to produce the same old thing over and over and over again. But then, like, man, my life sucked. See, Jafar, if I'm pronouncing your name right, forgive me if I'm not. I can come on. I'll refuse to be one who come on here and ask a lot of weak questions, as in you all, and speak at you, and I never experienced it. I never gone through it. So the whole idea of including me, it's not about me. The whole idea of including me, to let you know I can relate. I can feel it. So a lot of when I speak about faith in Jesus and keep going, like, although things is whatever, like, I'm speaking from personal experience. So you can have an idea that if you are in a place where you're struggling, it's hard to get through, you thinking about giving up, I'm giving you every reason, or at least trying to give you every reason not to give up. I can tell you, look, check this out. You can tell me, okay, let's do it like this. Let's make it more understandable. In terms of, because I don't think I'm explaining it well. So if you tell me what you're going through, and I tell you, man, it's gonna be all good, just keep going, like, I promise you, yada 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 yada, a whole lot of encouragement, you may feel that, you may even receive that, right? Therefore you will probably appreciate that. But I have not experienced anything that what you've gone through. But if you tell me what you are going through or been through that you're kind of still struggling with, and I tell you parts of my life, my story, my journey, what that's similar to what you've been through, expressing because of what I've been through, I literally feel exactly what you are feeling. And based on what I'm sharing with you, you know that that's what that is. There's a connection there. Why? Because I've been through kind of like what you've been through. There's a connection there. It's easier, like it impacts much more when a person is telling you that they're going through something, and you can relate the same, and it's like we can figure this thing out together. Like, you receive it differently, because I'm not just talking at you. Like you really been through some of the things that I've been through, childhood, work life, whatever it is. Then it's easy. Not only a connection, it's easy to relate. It's easier to receive it like that. So if I tell you parts of my story, and I don't know your story, any of your stories, well, depend on who's here, but like if I tell you my story, and then you like, man, that's crazy, I went through the same thing, or man, that's crazy, I'm going through the same thing, then it's like connection there. And then if I'm sharing you what God has done for me in this trying season of my life, and that you're going through it, that could be something that can help you out. At least I hope. That could be something that I hope that you need in this moment, that'll help you get through it. So it's not about me, my brother. Like, I do it to share. I do it so for those who's like struggling and thinking about giving up. And I'm telling you, it's worth the shot to keep going. Then you may reconsider giving up. You know how many people who, and I speak this lightly, you know how many individuals who probably have committed suicide because they felt like no one cared, no one related, no one had the heart, like that nobody gave them the time to lend them their ear. Like, you know how many people I believe that would have reconsidered that? It's something about knowing that you're not the only one going through it, and for someone who's going through the same thing that you're going through, and in spite of what they're going through, they still encouraging other people. They're still encouraging, hey, like, keep going, like, it's gonna be okay. Like, just being there with them, like, I mean, that can change the trajectory of someone's future, someone's life. So it's not about me, I promise you. It's not about me. I just love using my story to, I want people to know, like, I know the struggle is real. You know what I'm saying? But if we come together, we can, and we will get through and grow together. And that's just been a heartbeat of since 2018. Lord, I know I'm not the only one struggling with this. How can I reach those who struggling in the same areas that I'm struggling in, to let them know, hey, it's okay, you struggling with it. I too struggle with it, but if we come together, we can and we will get through and grow together at the beginning, because at the beginning and ending of reality, your struggles are my struggles. That has been a heartbeat of my ministry since 2018. I asked God, how can I reach those who are struggling in those same areas? A couple of days later, he answered and gave me the vehicle, which was videos, and I've been doing it since. It's not about me. It never have been about me. I just want to help. I just want to help any way I can. That's it. That's it. And I feel complete. I feel fulfilled when I know that I'm helping someone who may need, even if it's a word of encouragement, even if it's sharing what God has done for me in my life, where it was times that maybe I thought about giving up or whatever it is. To give you hope, man, I do that all day long. All day long. All day long. Yep. I'm just reading you all comments because I had scrolled up and I seen I think I want to say Jaffer. I'm gonna say Jay. Cause I don't wanna butcher my man's name. If that's a man, I don't wanna butcher his name. But yeah. I think that I thank you for that. I thank you for that, Miss Lafayette. If you're talking to me. Travis, good morning. How you doing, my brother? Hey, I emailed you. I think it was Sunday. Was it Saturday or Sunday? I think it was Saturday. After I did that live, I think it was Saturday. Yes. Oh, yes. That's definitely true. Wow. Really? Wow. Sheesh. Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. God had a greater plan for you. Shall I say, have a greater plan for you? Zach, I'm careful out here. It's not. I don't know where you are, but it's like 4:30 in the morning. There's very few cars out here. Man, that's heavy though. That's heavy. Ooh, that's heavy. V, after saying that, I mean, I don't really know what to say after that. Like, I feel like you shut this joint down with that. For real. That's heavy. All the time. All the time. But you know, like it's so easy to get caught up in where we are to where we stay where we are. Although time progress, we don't progress. Although time change, we don't change. We just go through the motions. We just go through life, and whatever happens, I'll adjust. I'll adapt. Like, and that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it's supposed to be. So it's one of them type of deals when you ask yourself, where do I see myself in a couple of years? Let's also ask, what do I see myself doing in the next couple of years? Because I think if we can identify what we see ourselves doing, I mean purpose-wise, not just like profession, not just professionally, because that can get old. The burnout be real. So I always say, if it's one of those situations where if you can help one person, even if it's your younger self, given that perhaps whatever you may have been through in life, what you may have experienced, seen, what would you do to help your younger self? What you are passionately about doing, like what would that be to help your younger self? Or if you see your, perhaps maybe like your struggle, I mean your parents struggle in some area, I don't know, like just say alcohol or whatever. I'm trying to attach purpose, because when we can identify what group of individuals we will help and how, we could be onto something. Like when you turn on the news, what you see, what saddens you deeply, that if you wish you was in a position where you could prevent that from happening moving forward, and you can see yourself like doing that, like long term, like this is what like will fulfill you, you're on to something. There's a possibility you can see what you would do long term. And then when it comes down to that, ask the Lord, have you wired me for this? Like, is this what you created me to do? So once we get down into the root of that, then that'll open up another conversation to the man as to relating to what we are here to do on this earth. So then, if we can see us doing that for the next 5 years, it's easier to look further in the next 5 years, and if we can see us doing that, then we can kind of frame. We can not only frame that area in terms of ministry, but also we can also include what we would desire our life to look like for as a person, if that makes sense. It's just connecting the pieces. If you can think back to the struggles that you've been through, because I learned my purpose in the midst of my struggles, right? I mean, I didn't give myself my purpose. It was what God created me to do. I learned within a year and 4 months of saying yes to Him and no to me, because the struggle was real, and I'm like, you know what? I can't do this no more. Like, this can't be what you create. This can't be it. I believe that you created me for much more. I know this not it, especially pertaining to what is in your word, and what's in your word and what my life look like. I'm doing something wrong, because I believe your word over my current situation, over my life. So when it came, so there was a spark of it. So think about your struggles. What have been perhaps maybe a constant struggle? What is what struggles do you have that perhaps traces you back to childhood? Whether it's trauma, or I'm not trying to get you to relive it to bring back up, and you know what I mean, like, but it's to trace your purpose while you're here, because oftentimes, depending on what the struggle is, we were designed to go through that specific struggle because it's attached to our purpose. Now, I'm not saying like if you just bad with money and like you always struggling doing bad financially, and it's due to like like no, but that that can be though, like because you got tired of struggling financially, like you took finances to a whole nother level. Like you learned that, like you learn financial literacy, and like you just, so now like you want to prevent people from making those same mistakes and educating them financially. Like that could be something, that could be something, you know what I mean? Like, but what we don't want to do is assume what our purpose is. We need to find out from our creator what he created us for, if any, or if all of that makes sense. Because if we can have an idea of what we would like to be doing in the next 5 years, and even professionally, like if you want to go there, even professionally, although I said like that can change, and I say that because God has revealed to me what my calling and mission is in the workplace, so I can see myself doing that long term. But it was due to the struggles that I encountered in the workplace, to where I learned, you know what I mean? Like I had to go through it. So it's like I see the unfairness that goes on in the workplace. I understand both management side and employee side. But now all employees understand the management side. So when management make a decision, or when certain things change, we complain about it because we don't agree with it. But looking from a management standpoint, like it's a reason why they changed it. So it's like I have an understanding from both sides of it. Management, a lot of management don't understand. They don't understand from an employee perspective. So therefore, they don't know how to. Some management don't know how to talk to their team members. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's simple. Like you didn't come into this workplace as a manager. You once was an employee. How would you like to be treated? How would you like to be talked to? So I know what my mission is in the workplace. So because I know what my mission is in the workplace, it's easy for me to attach years in the future to it. Not to mention, based on what God has revealed to me vision wise. That's why I always say, like, tap into the vision. Like, tap into the vision. Ask God to give you vision. That way, whatever future life that we're building, like it's the future life that he created us to have, doing all that he created us to do, us not living apart from him. Oh no, you good. Travis, no pressure. Again, I just sent you that email so you can reach me personally, like for like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm, like I said, the struggle be real sometimes. You know what I mean? Like the struggle be real sometimes, and you ain't just got to hit me up on a struggle tip. Like if you have some good news, I mean, like I love celebrating individuals, especially when I know what they've been through. When I know the struggle have been real. When I grew up with them, I knew what it was, and I seen you come up from nothing, or like overcame a struggle to now like your life is totally different. Like hey, I'm telling you, I love to celebrate other individuals. I do. So yeah, so that's just whatever. You don't have to reply. It was just so you can reach me if you need. You know what I mean? That way, if if there's anything that I can help, that permitted by God and I'm able, hey, I'm here. So yeah, no pressure to reply. I was just wondering if you seen it, because not everybody be checking their emails like that. I don't know why, but I am one. I check my emails like that. I don't even know why, but I do. I do. So yeah, but yeah, no, you good on that. You good on that, Travis. All right, let's see if I can find parking. The parking over here be real. When I say it be real, it be real. Ah, what do you know? Right in front of my crib. I think my issue is this. Why does every I didn't understand fully what you said. It was probably autocorrect with these extremely smartphones that we have. You said I think my issue is basically with this we thing, and then from there it's kind of like, yeah. If you can rephrase that for me, but you say, and why does everything have to have a purpose? Um, as a believer in Jesus Christ, God created everything for a reason and purpose. He created everything, everyone for a purpose. So us, so you think of a manufacturer like someone um, create a bike or make a bike. What the bike is for? A light. What is a light for? A car. What is a car for? Like everything is created for a reason. So when it come down to God, like even animals and everything, like everything serve a purpose. Everything serves a purpose that God created. So because everything serves a purpose, and we are a little lower than the angels according to the word of God, then if everything else serves a purpose, why wouldn't his creation, as in mankind, not have a purpose? So everything have a purpose. So even you here, my brother, you was created with a purpose. All of us were. We not here. Like, why would God create mankind, like the struggles and how crazy this world is? Why would he create mankind to partake in such evil when he's a holy God? What's the point of creating us? But he created us with a purpose. He started with Adam, no. Like, so when he started with Adam, like, everything was perfect. Adam, he didn't have to, all he had to do just obey God. Like, he gave him everything he needed. Everything he needed. And he gave him instructions. He gave him a responsibility. and there him putting them in a garden, like it was um um it I don't remember what it said verbatim, but it said um God created everything but didn't have man to tend to it or something like that. So guess what? He created man. Why? For that very reason. Everyone have a purpose. Ah, that's crazy. Oh, okay, I just seen that Ms. V. I just seen that. Well, um, so I that is paraphrasing in the juncture of being productive doesn't always. So okay, so are you talking about purpose while we are here, or just to a purpose? Period. I mean, I would hope we have a reason and purpose for why we do everything. Why do we want to be productive? And what do we consider being productive? And our personal life. Why do we go to work? A lot of us can stand in agreement because we have bills. That's the purpose for why we go to work. But I'm not talking about, like, we can give ourselves purpose all day long. But if it does not align with God's purpose for creating us, then we'll we'll fulfill that and on to the next. Fulfill that on to the next. So if that's the case, they're goals. They're not purpose. Why you think a lot of people go to school only to get out doing something totally different? They had a goal in mind. They just knew that's what they wanted to do, or that's what they was here for. Get out, and then they doing something different, or they they had a goal in mind and considered it purpose. I know why I'm here. I know what I'm supposed to do. And then when they achieve that goal, it's like they on to the next. No, I mean, when we fulfill the purpose why God created us, then we're done here. We're done. Yep. Proverbs. Yep. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, that's basically how. So you asked me why everything have to have purpose or something like that. So what you're saying is, that's my point. So now, so okay, so now when we're being productive, now I'm not gonna open that conversation. That's where that has some relevance. It's irrelevant right now. Um, so um, so yeah, I just believe that we all were created with a purpose, and a lot of people are living a unfulfilled life because we don't know why we're here. And some don't think that we're here for a specific thing. Obviously, we have other responsibilities and stuff like that, but God have a specific purpose for us. So, yeah. Um, when it come down to where we work at, because I believe that God is he's a God of decency and order, and he does everything for a reason, and that he is in control of everything, and all things has to pass through his fingers first. I believe when it comes down to the jobs that we work at, I believe that he places us there. Because if we apply for 3 or 4 different jobs, what made that job that special that we end up getting that one? What made that job so special? Why that job? Why not the other 2 or 3 jobs? So because I believe this, I believe that no matter what job that we are at, we are there for a purpose. We're there for a reason. We have a work to do there, and or we we're there for the experience, maybe to learn a new skill set. Um, Whatever it is, it has something to do with the future that God is going to usher us into, whether it's that experience, whether it's the skill set, whether it's whatever it is, he's going to use something from what we got from that job. Even if it was a mistake that we made, that we had to learn a lesson. It is going to, it has something to do with the future. That's what I believe. So, because I believe that, I often pose a question like, why do you think you're at the job that you're at? What do you think you are there for? And because God, he's all about purpose and mission and his will, we're not there just to collect a check and pay bills. I just personally don't believe that, because then it makes it all about self. And that's that's contrary to when he says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So why are we at that job? Um, when it come down to human perspective, yeah, we can say, oh, that's a coincidence. But with God, it's not a coincidence. He already knew it was going to happen, whether it's chaos or not. If that kind of answer your question. But we not so but we have to understand though, God have a purpose. He gave us a dream too, not just them. If we choose not to live our dream, then yeah, that's what we gonna be doing. If we don't live out while we are here, then yeah, that's probably what we gonna do. Help somebody else's dreams come true for their families for generations to come. But we are there to serve. It lacks fundamentals and stirs misbelief. You lost me with that statement. You lost me with that statement. You're gonna have to break that down. I mean, I don't know if I'm my understanding isn't where it should be, but I am totally lost with it lacks fundamentals and stirs misbelief. Um, so because God is who He is based on like what I said. So when it comes down to our decision making, we all know He give us the power to choose, right? Because He so for real about His purpose and His will and His when we make decisions, He already first of all He already know the decisions that we're gonna make, and He already have an exit plan for that. Isn't it funny that with the devil, God made a move. Then the devil, he tried to come with a move. And him trying to come with a move, boom, God come with another move. Like so when it comes down to our simple decisions that can be life altering, it's like God already know what decisions we gonna make. So on the other end of it, like He's there. In fact, He allows us to make decisions sometimes. So when we hit that spot, He's there. So we have to repent and turn back to Him, and He show us the way to go back on track. But we lose time in the process, but He gets us back on track, going in the direction of His purpose. There's like so there's I just don't believe it's a coincidence when you have a sovereign God that's like saying luck, good or bad. How can we say luck? Luck is basically saying um, that just so happened to happen like that. That just so happened to work out in my favor. How's it just so happen if we have a sovereign God that created everything? How much time does it take to work for someone else weekly? I mean, it just depends. Right now I'm on light duty, so I'm doing like 20. Well, a little more than that because it takes me about almost an hour to get there and almost an hour to get back home. So you can add that to that. So, so yeah, I'm lost because scientifically it lacks fundamentals and misbeliefs because God never said He gives us purpose. So I can scroll. I'm confused because I go back up here. You said He created all things for His will to fulfill His purpose. Our God is a God of purpose, and He created all things for His will so that He might accomplish His will and fulfill it. Then you said, see Revelations chapter 4:11. Then you also said Ephesians, and then down here you're saying, unless I'm still not understanding, down here you said scientifically it lacks fundamentals and misbeliefs because God never said He gave us purpose. So I don't understand. It sounds like a contradiction there. But Ephesians 2:10, it says that we are God's handiwork created in Christ Jesus to do good works which God pre-planned in advance for us to do. So good works, what's the point of doing good works? And I'm not talking about a non-believer who do good things, who donate to charity, and I'm not that's because God isn't attached to that. They just doing a good thing. But when we doing the work of God, that is good works. So why are we doing good works if there's no point of us doing it? If it's not, I mean, there's, you get what I'm saying? Yes, yes. We have been taught, go to school, graduate, get a good job, and retire whenever you can. Basically, when you get to that age, or reach that age, the retiring age, basically. Hey, I see where you at. Hold on. I'm gonna read something to you all real quick. I'm gonna read something to you all. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Um, why aren't you cooperating? There you are. Okay, you're a bug in here. Why aren't you? What are you doing here? My thing is not cooperating. Why aren't you letting me tap into my notes? That's weird. You've been doing all this on this all night. I'm trying to reach out some. Um, I was trying to reach you out something, but it's not letting me pull up my notes. Um, so when I speak about a job, I'm not saying like, I don't believe that I was created to work on the job forever. I don't. Um, but whenever we work on a job, some people, their purpose is tied to their job, right? Or career rather. I do believe we start out, so God put Adam in the garden. I do believe that we are to assist in someone else's garden. That could be somebody else's business, company, or whatever it is. It could be a ministry even. Um, I do believe that. Uh, well, not necessarily. I'm gonna say it's good to. It's good to. Mm, I can't even say that. I can't even say that. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I don't know what I'm gonna say. Hold on, I'm about to read it. I'm about to read it. Give me 1 sec. Matthew 26. Going a little further, he fell with his face to the ground and prayed, "My Father, if it is possible, may this cup be taken from me, yet not as I will, but as you will." What are you referring to? I mean, well, I know what I know me personally, I know what my purpose is. I know what my purpose is. Um and I know what my mission and my calling in the workplace is too. But and again, that that came with me going through the struggles and going on a personal walk with Jesus Christ. So I didn't give myself my own purpose. I didn't, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't interested in that because whatever I was doing in my life at the time or had been doing all these years, I was doing something wrong. Because when he say be fruitful, multiply, have dominion and rule, like like how am I going to multiply if I'm not fruitful? How am I going to have dominion and rule if I'm failing in every area of my life? So because I believe your word over mine's, I must be doing something wrong. And that's what I told him May 2018. And that begun the journey of walking with him. But I mean, I've had a relationship with him, you know, prior to that, but like it was different now. I needed to know. And that was a year and 4 months later, that's when he disclosed it to me. So like so this job that I'm at that I left um after being here 3 years and 8 months, you know, like I sustained an injury initially, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do the strenuous work again. And and wife and I, we started a dispatch business, and I'm like, it's up from here. So I left. It was down from there. You know what I mean? Like even after he disclosed to me what my calling and purpose was and what my mission was in the workplace, I stepped out from his will, chasing my own, and it it went bad from there. It didn't get any better. And I said I would never go back there because my pride wouldn't allow me. I was gone for 2 years. Guess where I'm at now? Next month, it'll be a year. I'm back where we left off, or where I decided I want to go into another direction. I know why I'm here. You know what I mean? He revealed that to me years ago. But I wanted to go get this money. Why? Because my whole deal was I just want to provide a better living for my family. They deserve that. But then too, maybe about not even a year ago, he was like, there's nothing wrong with that. You are supposed to be a provider. But it's seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. So it has been a journey. You feel me? So yeah. Yep. I'll track this out. Yep, for sure. For sure. So so when you all hear me say I just want to be obedient to him, like I do, because I've went astray chasing my own. I've went in a different direction thinking this is what he wanted me to do. I've done those things and was sadly mistaken. The things that he started revealed to me a number of years ago, I just knew it was, oh yeah, this is going down now. Only for him to tell me a couple of years ago, when I reveal something to you, don't assume that's it. Assume there's more to come with it, pertaining to instruction, whether it's vision, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, I just want to be obedient because when I wasn't obedient, I see how that worked out for me. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, it didn't go well for me. And the fact that I have a family, it's not fair to them. I need to make sure I'm hitting the mark every time, at least trying to. And as long as I'm obedient, I'm gonna hit that mark. Have you tried that build thing? Cause I started watching a couple of minutes of it. Obviously, like I was at work, so I couldn't, you know what I mean, like really dive into it. And once I make it home, I don't even really watch TV. None of that. Because for one, I feel like because I'm not where I know I should be. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm exactly where I should be given the decisions that I've made that led me here. But I feel like I'm not exactly where I could be in life. I ain't got time to watch TV. I don't have time to be doing things that's not relevant to where I am now, the education to where what I need, and that's going to serve me where I am now. That's going to get me to the next level and where God taking me. So I try to hold on to that time. I try not to deviate on that. Like there's things that I watch on YouTube, um, you know, like Secret Success podcast with Eric Thomas and the gang. Um, like I haven't. I think I'm probably like what, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks behind on that. They drop an episode once a week. Like I don't have time to watch it. And they like these are men of God with families that's killing it in their industries, speaking, real estate, um, coaching. Like they're killing it. So like it's it adds to. But if what they're talking about not relevant where I am now, it might be useful. Like and these cats right here, they big on principles, integrity, character, like straight. You know what I mean? Just watching them over the years, it's just things that you just pick up. You know what I'm saying? Like just in conversation that adds to character. that adds to a good heart. Things not to do, you know what I'm saying, when you think it was like probably okay. You get what I'm saying? So like that's the joint to watch. But if he has given me instructions, I know I'm supposed to be focusing on this and this only. Although those things are helpful, I can't give my time to that because not only I'm on a mission, there's projects that need to be finished. There's things that requires my focus. You know what I mean? Like, and I can't do that all over the place. So those things that feeds me, I have to cut that short and make sure I'm in alignment and what he got me going and doing that to make sure I'm because it's not about me. Again, he created me for a purpose and he have there's things that he need me to do that includes his people. You know what I mean? So I can't be on me. Oh, like it's entertaining to me and it's feed me. Like nah, like I mean I need to make sure I'm aligned if that makes sense. So yeah. So for it's like watching a lot of different stuff, and then I seen my man joints be long too, kind of like my lives be, and I just don't have that time to commit to that. Okay. Again, if you so you don't pay your bills is what you're telling me? So yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at with everything. But I hope that I hope this live was helpful to someone pertaining to the future because time is not going to stop and we are not supposed to just be complacent. And it's easy to be complacent when we don't know where we're going. We don't know what it looks like. I understand that. I understand that. But so you telling me you're not paying bills though? I don't. I know you was telling me about the numbers at the bottom. So you're not paying any bills though. Yeah, that's crazy if you're not paying bills. And like I guess I feel like there's always a way around everything, right? So perhaps there's a way around what you're telling me. And the thing with that is, um I would have to watch it in increments, because like now when I go in here, I finna get the kids up in about 20 minutes. I take them to school. My wife not doing my wife, she's she got a cold or something. So she's at home working today. So I have to make sure that I'm serving her throughout the day. And I have a couple orders on shirts that I have to finish making today, that's due tomorrow or whatever. Um, and then I still have to make my personal time with God in the Word, and just in His presence. And then I still have to, like, I finished a book for the workplace, but I I'm editing it myself, um, and like I'm preparing for the release of that. And then I'm also working on, what else? Oh, and I'm creating content for the workplace that's going to further put me in position, but more so, like, him telling me to do three videos three videos a day for the next month on the professional page that I was telling you all about. Like, I don't have time, and at some point I gotta get some sleep today because I gotta go back to work tonight. Then I gotta pick the kids up about starting around 3, come back closer to 4:30, and then, like, I'm I don't I really don't have time. Yeah, I don't. I kid you not. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. Oh, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Like you, the way you just simplified that, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. So, well, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to think. What beer do I have that's not paperless? Um, I have to see what bill I have that's not paperless. I'm gonna try that though. Like, the way you just simplified that, like, I can get jiggy with that. You know what I'm saying? I can act on that. I just don't have time, because whenever you was talking about my man videos, or you know, I thought it would just look quick, 5-10 minute joint. My man he go for hours, and I don't have that time. So when I said, yeah, I'm gonna check that joint out, I meant that. I went on them. I went on that, and, like, and then went on another one, and he was like, I think he said something like, if you have plans and you was gonna go out with somebody, he like, can go ahead and cancel those plans. In fact, you can just go ahead and invite them over. You know what I mean? Like, and he said something about, get your car note thing out. Like, it was something like, so. I actually tapped on a couple of his joints. They're long. Like, I don't have the time to sit there and watch. You know what I mean? I'm a I, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the bill. I'm gonna do this. That's crazy. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But I don't recall it. Where do you sign it at? Because I don't recall. I don't require. I don't recall. seeing anywhere on the bill where you sign it. You just sign it anywhere. Question: have you done this though? Are you currently doing that? And how long you been doing that? I'm actually about to have to get off here in a minute. I'm just curious. So you saying yes to all three? Oh, I'm sorry. So where do you sign it at? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think because I think it usually comes with a blank envelope in the letter too, right? Don't it? I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna do it and see what happens. But I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what bill I have that's not paperless. So are you signing the bill or the bottom part of it? So where are you signing in that? You say it's info I need to know before trying it myself. I don't have a bill in here. I'm trying to think what bill I have though that's not paperless. So does that go for like a doctor bill? I'm gonna send that joint back and they gonna receive it. They gonna be like, man, this NIGGA crazy. He just signed it and send it back. I'm, I'm telling you, I'm finna try that. I'm finna try that. I finna try that. I am. I'm about to try that. I'm gonna try that. So how do you know it's paid? Like, how do you know it's paid? You never hear from them again until like next month. Oh, I need more info before doing it. Can you simplify it or no? They'll send me a receipt. Like this is crazy to me. I'm just saying. Don't judge me. It's crazy to me. So what is the information I need though? Like if I can just sign that joint and send it back, like what do I put on the letter? Man, this is interesting. Man. Yeah, this is that's very interesting. I'm like I need to know more. I do need to know more. Since there's more information I need to know, I just don't have time to check my man out. Because ain't no telling where in the videos that he gonna give me what I need, and I can't be watching the whole video to find that out. But that do sound pretty cool though. Like that sounds super cool though. That sounds super cool. Let me find out though. Let me find out. Let me find out. Let me find out. I'm telling you. That's what that is. That's crazy. The whole concept of that though. The whole idea of that. Now it's starting to sound like a scam. I'm not saying it is. Now it's starting to sound like a scam. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is very interesting though, I must admit. Yep. I guess we'll talk about that at a later date. I'm out. I gotta go in here and wake these children up so they can get on their day and I can get on mine. But yeah, where do you all see yourself in the next 5 years? Um, where do you see yourselves in the next 5 years? What do you see yourself doing in the next 5 years? Meaning, what fulfills you? What is that thing that? What is that thing that you will? What is that thing that you would do that that completes you, if you will? Who who do you see? What group of individuals would you like to help that you have a heart for? Whether it's homeless individuals, whether it's the youth, like young boys, um, teen moms, the elderly. Um, like, what do you see yourself doing that you be like, you know what, I yeah, like you have a heart for them, not doing it for money. Like, take money out of the equation, because now it's transactional. You only motivated, or you only doing it because you getting paid to do it. Take money out of the equation. If you would do these things and not get paid, then that's something that I would encourage you to take to God and ask him, is this what you created me to do? Is this what you had in mind when you created me? And definitely go from there. Because if you can attach, if you like, in the next 5 years, I don't know what, I don't know. if you can attach the thing that you love doing that you would do for a lifetime, like if you can attach that, you reverse engineer it. Like, okay, so how would you start doing it? Well, I'm not sure. Like, um, I don't know. Maybe go volunteer. If, like you said, Ms. V, like if money wasn't an issue, if time wasn't an issue, once you build it out, what would it look like? Like, would you have like a facility where where these individuals can come and you can provide them the help they need, the healing they need, whatever it is, the service they need, at free of cost because you're serving? Then it's like we can look further long time, further in the future, because it's something about like, because we have financial responsibilities and we don't have much finances already. It's like, I mean, I can't think about that right now. I got this to do, I got that to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, um so yeah, if you can look in the future, if you can ask yourself right now, like who would I help that, like that I would have like a heart for, you know what I'm saying, that who's like really struggling, or you get what I'm saying, and then just extend that further out, like a year or 2 or 3 years. If you can do it how you want to, what would that look like? And then that by adding those tangible things, like I think it'd be easier to look further in the future to kind of see what you will want your life to look like, because you have something to start with, opposed to just a random question of what do you see yourself doing in 5 years, or where do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, dude, I don't know. Psh, who asked that? But that's the question we need to be asking ourselves, because if we can't see our ourselves anywhere in the next 3 years, that's a problem. Because now we don't know where we're going. We don't. What are we basing our decisions off of? What are we shooting for? A great man leave an inheritance for his children's children. How are we going to do that if we're not spending time looking in the future? Just some things to think about. Okay, great, 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 awesome. Okay, okay, got it. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up right there. Um, and yep, that's good. That's good. That's good. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Um, if God have not uh, gave you a confirmation on that, or if He have, ask Him how He wants you to begin starting to do that. If you have not already, we have to make sure that whatever we are ambitious about, or whatever it is that we're seeking to do, even if it's good for others, we have to make sure that He's in the center of it, because we can wind up doing things that we want to do, and it may be something that He might not want us to do. He might need us to do something else. I'm not saying that this is your situation, but all of us have to be careful to make sure that we are we are doing whatever it is He need us to do. because we can get so far off course to where we are no longer living for him. He may want us to do that thing, but he might want us to go about it doing it differently. Like it may be someone already doing whatever a thing is that he's calling us to do, but do it in from an angle or in a place where it's being neglected. So just say if it's four angles, you got someone serving in this angle, that angle, and that angle. Well, we come in, this is what we supposed to be doing, but we probably be hitting the angles that's already covered. He might need us to go around the back end, whatever that back end look like. That way it's complete, if that makes sense. So we have to make sure that whatever we're doing is his will and how he wants it done. Yep. They have to feel like it's have to create a safe space for them. You know what I mean? But understand too though, if God is sending you or me to those he have already assigned to us, we have what it takes for them to receive whatever it is that's, if that makes sense. Go ahead then. That's what's up. That's what's up. Be led. Just be led. Just be led. Go for it. But just make sure you're led. Again, not saying that's not what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not saying I encourage everyone that like, and I try to make sure that's what I do as well, because I want to live I want to I want to live the life that God created me to have, doing all that he created me to do. So I just encourage others to do the same. You know what I mean? Like I've tried to do it on my own and tried this and that or whatever, because like I was good at it, and it just like I attach good to it, but either that wasn't his plan at all or that wasn't his plan for that season of my life. He didn't needed me to focus on something else first. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. So so I just encourage everyone to do the same. Like my aim is never to discourage or talk someone out of anything. So that is definitely not what I'm doing. I'm just saying make sure if you have if you or anybody have made a decision to live for God, then I encourage that. I've made a decision to live for him, so I want to make sure I'm doing what he wants me to do. So I just encourage others who say that they made a commitment to live for God, to make sure that they are being led and they are following his lead, to make sure whatever it is that we're supposed to be doing, we're doing it and is how he wants it done. So yep. You write business strategies. I'm learning more and more about you. That's good. That's good. That's good. But yeah, I wish you the greatest impact with that for sure. And we will. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that too. I agree with that too. I agree with that too. Scripture also tell us not to lean to our trust in the Lord, like, and not lean to our own understanding in all of our ways. Like seek him in all of our ways and he will make our path straight. So to make sure he's making our path straight, we have to make sure that we are in alignment with what his will is and he's leading the way. You know what I mean? That way he's making our path straight. We don't have to lean to our own understanding. He know exactly, and so we know exactly, so we're going to do exactly. So, yep. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, let me run in here though. It is 3 to 6. So, um, it's always a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to speaking to you and you all um, again. And until we meet again, I love you all greatly. Share with someone, and Father, lead us in the direction you need us to go. We thank you for giving us a new day. Have your way with us, and give us the heart to serve. And as you are love, show us how to give that same love, not waiting to receive first, but giving it. Because love isn't an emotion, it's simply action, according to 1 Corinthians 13. So lead us and teach us how, and just have your way with us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, family. I love y'all greatly, and I'll talk to y'all sometime soon. All right. Much love. Peace.